Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 practice. So today we're going to focus in our hatha yoga class on performing forward bends. So we'll try to apply the principles that we saw in a previous video. We'll also try to use the principles we used last week for the position of our hands and of our feet on the floor. Great. So you'll notice today that I don't have a yoga mat here. I'm going on the sand. I'm doing this from the sand. So at home, consider that the front of your yoga mat will be around this area for me. So when I do my sun salutations, I'll be starting from there, facing this way. Okay, great. So find a seat, sit comfortably, and we'll begin with a very short meditation. Once you're sat comfortably, close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Focus on this one point where you can feel your breath most strongly. Perhaps it is the tip of your nose, perhaps it is in your chest or your abdomen. Bring your awareness to this one point and become aware of every inhalation and exhalation. If you become distracted, if your mind wanders off, simply bring your mind back to your breathing. Come back to the present moment. And finally, I want you to expand your awareness. Don't simply include your breathing, but also include the sensations of your body right now. What do you feel in your body? Are there any areas of pressure? Perhaps your body feels relaxed. Perhaps you feel temperature, cold, heat. Simply bring your awareness to include both your breathing and the sensations of your body. Okay, slowly blink a few times and open your eyes. We'll try to bring this awareness of our body throughout the practice today. Good, if you're ready, stand up. Let's warm up. As usual, we'll do the Yogendra type of warm-up, which is focused, very focused warm-up. We start from the top of the head and we go down to the feet. Let's begin with the neck. Put your left hand out. Now I'm putting my right hand, but remember I'm your mirror today. Left hand out here and simply tilt your neck towards your right hand side. Don't go too far. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Do the same with the opposite arm. Tilt your head to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And focus on your neck. Bring your chin to your chest. Now lift your chin up towards the sky and open your mouth and close your mouth 3 times. releases your jaw. Go back, chin to the chest, chin to the sky, open your mouth and close it 3 times. One last time, chin to the chest, chin to the sky, open and close your mouth. Come back center, tilt your head to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Let's do some circles with our heads now. So let's go slowly. Chin down. All the way back. Don't go too fast here. We should always go slowly with our necks because they're not supported by many muscles in our body. Counterclockwise. Okay, come back here. Very good. Move down towards the shoulders now. Lift the shoulders up. Squeeze your shoulders close to your ears and relax slowly. One more time. And relax. One more time. Relax. Again. Relax. Again. Relax. Very good. Okay. Put your hands in front of you. Open and close. Your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make a fist. Thumbs inside. Close your hands. Wrist rotation. Clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anti-clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your hands towards the side and try to imagine you're pressing against walls that would be present either side of your body. Press away. You should feel the stretch in your hands, in your arms, even in your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your palms facing upwards and now close. Bring your palms back onto your shoulders. Don't be lazy here. I want you to contract those biceps. You're supposed to be warming up. And 1, and 2, like this. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring your elbows in front of you, like here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now shoulder rotations. Bring your elbows up. Make sure that your hands touch behind your neck. And rotate. Elbows touch towards the front. Hands touch behind your neck and rotate. Elbows touch. Hands behind your neck and rotate. And keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now you should feel that the shoulders and the arms have warmed up. Spread your legs about just a bit wider than hip distance apart. Engage your core. Put your arms by your side and go down. 1, and 2, the other side. And 1, 1, 2, 2. Feel the stretch in the side body. 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Very good. Hips rotation, hands on your hips. Make some circles with your hips. Go slowly. Clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Counterclockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Okay, bring it back now. Let's do the hips and the legs. Put your arms up around chest level, a bit lower. Bring your knees up. Right knee, left knee, like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drop the knees down, drop the legs down. Now we're going to have the the heels to the buttocks like this, kicking the sand up in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully now we feel like we're warming up. And we're going to finish this with the feet. So let's take your left foot in the air. I'm using my right foot here to show you. Let's do ankle rotations. Clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Counterclockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot, lift your foot and your toes up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Release. Do the same with the other foot. Rotations. Clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Counterclockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toes pointing down, then up, down, up, down, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Very good. You should feel that you've activated all your body from your head all the way down to your toes. If that's the case, let's begin. Bring yourself to the front of your mat and we'll begin our sun salutations. Here at the front of the mat, simply close your eyes for an instant. Become aware of your body. In this sun salutation, let's bring this awareness of the body in every position as much as we can. Exhale. On the inhale, raise your hands up, lock your glutes and arch your back gently. Exhale, go down forward. Remember, keep the spine long, keep the back straight, and drop down to your toes. Those of us who have very tight hamstrings can go for a micro bend in the knees here. Okay, very good. Now, I can't quite reach here because I'm not quite warmed up. Micro bend in the knees. Reach your right leg back. Drop the knee, flatten the foot down on the floor. Bring your chest up. Shoulders back. Hands back on the floor. Now remember the way we position our hands here. We start with the fingers, otherwise we're going to hurt ourselves. Oh. And now the hands in the right position. We put ourselves in plank. Okay, very good. Now, in plank, we drop the knees, we move forward, and we drop the chin and the chest down on the floor. Release the legs. Go up into Cobra pose. Don't go far. We'll look at Cobra pose in more detail next week. Release. With your weight well distributed in your hands, push yourself back up into mountain pose and have the sand fall off your body. Raise your right leg up. Bring your right leg forward in between your palms. Drop your left knee to the floor. Flatten your left foot. Raise your chest. Shoulders open. Exhale, bring your hands back in front. Bring your left foot back in front. We're back into a forward fold position. So here, remember the principles. We want to extend the spine. And we want to use the movement with the breath, synchronize our movement. Now, because we're starting this posture from the bottom, from the depth, our backs are already rounded. But remember, when we begin a fold, we want to keep our back as straight as possible to extend the spine. Slowly inhale and come up. Micro bend the knees if you wish. Come up, hands to the side. Raise your hands up to the sky. Lock your glutes. Slight micro bend. Release into Namaste pose. Hello. Okay, guys, this is it. We've done it many times. Let's do it again. Inhale, raise your hands up, lock your glutes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise, bring your left leg back, drop your knee to the floor. Chest up, shoulders back. Bring your hands down. Remember how to position your hands properly. Bring your right leg back into plank pose. Drop your knees, chest and chin down on the floor. Inhale, come up, cobra pose. Exhale, push yourself back up into mountain pose. In mountain pose, your feet are close together. Raise your left leg up, bring your left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your right knee to the floor, chest up, shoulders back. Hands back onto the floor, bring your right leg front. Relax here. Inhale, come up, back bending. Exhale, Namaste. One more time. Inhale, come up. Lock your glutes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your right leg back. Drop the knee to the floor. Come up, shoulders open. Bring yourself into plank pose. With your hands positioned properly onto the floor. Drop your knees, chest and chin down on the floor. Inhale, come up, cobra pose. Exhale, push yourself up into mountain pose. I'm digging a hole for my feet down here. Bring your right leg back front in between your palms. Drop the left knee. Chest up, shoulders back. Bring your left leg front, forward fold. Find the length, find the extension. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings, in your lower back, wherever it is for you. And remember, go slowly. Don't try to reach and pull. You're going to hurt yourself. Inhale, come up. Lock your glutes, lock your buttocks. Back bending. Exhale. Namaste, Jish. Very good. We should feel quite warmed up now. Let's do a final cycle with the left leg. And then we can begin the asanas. Inhale, come up. Back bending. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Left leg back. Drop your knee. Bring your chest up, shoulders back. Bring yourself into plank pose. Position the hands properly. Drop your knees, chest and chin down on the floor. Inhale, come up. Cobra pose. Exhale, push yourself up into mountain pose. Bring your left leg front between your palms. Drop your right knee to the floor. Bring your chest up. Open your shoulders. Life is beautiful. Put your hands by your side. Bring your right leg, your right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, come up. Lock your glutes. Slight back bend. Exhale, namaste. Hello, everybody. Great. Good job, guys. Okay, we should be warmed up. Now let's move to a few asanas. I'll just move myself a little bit. My yoga mat today has become a landmine. It's full of holes. Okay. Very well. So, I'm going to show you from this side now because I want you to use your right leg. So, imagine this is the top of the mat. What you're going to do now, you're going to lift your right leg and you're going to bring it back towards the back of your mat, and I want you to keep quite a wide stance here. So both feet should be facing towards your right hand side. Now your right foot is going to turn to face at the back, and your left foot is now going to come back. So your right foot faces over there, your left foot is about a 45, maybe 60-degree angle. Okay? So your hips should now be facing forward. If that's not the case, turn your left foot even more, then you're sure your hips are facing in the right direction. And I've got holes in the sand here to keep me company. Great. Here, what we're going to do, we're going to apply the principles of forward bending. So we're going to raise our hands up, inhale, gently reach for the sky or the ceiling. This will lengthen your spine. And now, hands on the hips, we exhale forward. Take your right hand, place your right hand on the outside of your right leg, perhaps your right ankle, perhaps on the floor if you're flexible enough. If you have a block, you can position a block right here on the outside of your right foot. And here, you can turn, twist your spine. You can put your left hand behind your back. So here you should both feel a stretch in the hamstring of your right leg, as well as a twist of your spine. Stay here for a few breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Face back down towards your right foot. Inhale slowly back up. We're just going to do the same, changing the position. So now simply rotate your feet. Your left foot should be facing straight towards the front of your mat. Your right foot should be about 45 to 60 degrees. Again, hips facing forward now. Raise your arms up. Lengthen your spine. Place the hands on the hips, and on the exhale, fold from the hips. Try to keep your spine long and extended. Spinal compression is never what we're looking for. Very well. Once you feel like you've reached about the maximum of your range of motion for today, take your left hand on the outside of your left foot or your left leg. Bring your right hand behind your back and slowly bring a bit of a twist. Don't go too far. You should feel relatively comfortable. We shouldn't be forcing it and breathing through our gritted teeth like this. That's not yoga. And let's stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Face back down towards your left foot. Hands on your hips. Raise yourself up slowly. Very well. Now bring your right leg forward. So this should be the front of your mat. Okay. Both your feet should be together. Now just create a very short distance between both your feet, perhaps about hip distance apart. Here we're going to do the same. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine. Bring your hands on your hips. Exhale, bend down forward. And we're going to try and reach and touch our toes with our hands. But if we're not flexible enough, we don't need to be touching the floor. Those of us who are flexible enough can grab their big toe like this. Those of us who are not flexible enough, we would rather keep a straight back, because then we're not compressing the spine and we're still creating a really good stretch in the hamstrings. So keep your hands on your knees, on your thighs, on your shins, and keeping your back relatively stretched and relatively extended. I want you now to synchronize this with your breath. Remember the principle. Inhale, feel the length in your spine. Exhale, tell your hamstrings that everything's going to be fine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you're safe. You can drop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. You're safe. Find comfort in this position. And we release in 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back onto your hips and slowly raise yourself back up, really slowly. We're in no rush. Very well. Now, with our hands still on our hips, keep facing to the front, slowly back bend. Contract the glutes, lock the buttocks. Slow back bend. Don't go with your neck. Lead with your upper body and come back. Ooh, nice. Can you feel that? I hope you do, because I do, but maybe you don't. Who knows? Good. Let's keep practicing. Now for the next one, we come to the front of our mat again, and this time we raise our right leg, we bring it back, and here we want quite a wide stance again. This time we're going to keep facing towards the right hand side, okay? Both our feet should be parallel onto the floor. Relax the knees, and we're going to do several forward folds every time. Let's apply the principles we practiced. Okay. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky, lengthen the spine. Bring your hands towards your hips. Exhale, slowly fold from your hips, only from your hips. Now, those of us who can, you can bring your hands onto the floor or the sand, wherever you're practicing. Keep inhaling and exhaling. If you can't reach to the floor, you can use a block, a support, something to put your weight on. And if you don't have a block, simply keep your hands on your legs. It's better than the dangling, because dangling might create a bit of compression in your spine, okay? Now, I'm not going to say it every time, so it's up to you now to find your own comfort in this stretch. Synchronize this movement with your breathing. And I'll be silent, finally. We'll release in 3, 2, 1. Put your hands onto your hips and slowly raise yourself back up. Slowly, slowly. Excellent. Good job. Let's go again. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Pull your side body, extend your spine. Hands on hips. Slowly go down. And this time we're going to keep the hands on the hips all the way. Exhale, go down. And as you may start to see, I want to keep my elbows relatively parallel to each other here at the top of my body. Okay, so I'm going to keep the hands on the hips, and the elbows want to stay straight to make sure the chest stays open. Use every exhalation to go a little bit deeper. Every inhalation to find stability, to find length. And we'll release in 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Very well. The final variation here in this pose. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Bring your hands together behind your back, like this. Keep your hands together, fingers interlocked. And now exhaling, slowly go down. And as you go down, bring your interlocked hands over your shoulders, over your lower back. Oh, hello. Once you've reached your maximum range of motion, synchronize with your breath, and perhaps you can reach a bit further today. We'll release in 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands close to your lower back. Slowly raise yourself back up. And come back to the front of your mat for this one. Shake the legs a bit. You should feel a really good stretch in hamstrings. The knees, the back of the knees might have been stretched a bit, the calves even. That's very good. Final one here for this sequence. Raise your right leg up, bring it back behind you, not too far, quite a short stance, as you can see. Right leg is leading, left leg is also pointing, left foot is also pointing in that same direction. And we're going to do what we call a pyramid pose, very simple. So we're going to bend forward with a short stance. And this is quite an intense stretch of the hamstrings. So as usual, inhale, raise your hands up. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, go down forward. Keeping your back straight as much as you can for the start of the motion. Once you've reached your maximum range of motion, which is for me here today, slowly round off your back. You can reach a bit lower. And stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale slowly, release yourself back up. Very well. Now we're simply going to rotate our feet and do the exact same posture on the other side. Left foot facing forward, right foot at a slight angle, hips facing forward. Inhale, raise your hands up, up, falling. Raise your hands up, lengthen the spine, bring your hands to your hips, and bend, fold from the hips. Once you've reached your maximum range of motion for today, you can create a bit of a bend in your spine. At least now you know you're not compressing your intervertebral discs. Synchronize with your breathing. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Bring your right foot forward. Shake that off a little bit. Okay, very nice, guys. Excellent. Couple more standing, and then we'll move to the floor, perhaps, for the end of this class. Let me just redo my yoga mat a bit here. Bit of a mess. Great. Okay. So this is the front of your mat. For this one, we are going to do what we call a tree pose. So we're going to implement some of the principles from last week. If you recall, how to balance your weight on your feet in 3 points, and especially when you're balancing yourself on one foot, you want to use a lot of weight in your big toe to really stay stable. Okay, so we're going to really hook our right foot into the floor here. Okay, really spread your weight properly and put a bit of extra weight into the big toe of your right foot. Bring your left foot onto your calf. Those of us who can, with the flexibility like Ali, You could bring your left foot all the way up into your thigh, but it's not so easy, especially if your hips are very tight like mine. Either the calf or the thigh, but don't do it here on your knee, because then you'd be pressing against your knee, which is not good. So for today, for the sake of simplicity, I'll just keep it here on the thigh, okay? Once you're here, bring your awareness to the big toe of the right foot. Inhale, raise your hands up, lengthen your spine, and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, without dropping your left foot on the floor, try to bring your left foot onto your right knee. Bend your right knee a little bit. It's a kind of figure of 4 here. And what we're going to try to do now, we're going to try to bend forward to stretch the right hamstring again. Okay? So the right knee is bent. We raise our hands up. And we exhale slightly forward. I can't really go very far here. This is what tight hips will do to you. And let's stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Raise yourself back up. Drop the left foot onto the floor. Shake your legs a little bit, and let's go again with the left foot. Left foot down onto the sand. Hook your big toe, especially into the floor. Put your right foot onto your calf. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Falling the other way. And don't do like me. Look, fix your gaze at one point in front of you. It will help you with stability. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Without dropping your right foot, bring your right foot onto your left knee that you bend slightly. Figure of 4. Okay. Inhale, raise your hands up. That will lengthen your spine a bit. Exhale, fold forward as much as you can. So you should feel a stretch in the left hamstring, but also in the right hip. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, raise yourself back up, drop the right foot to the floor, and shake it off. Great, good job, guys. I hope you feel the stretch here, really into the hamstrings today, with a lot of forward folding. So let's go down to the floor and do a last couple of exercises. Drop down this here. Okay, sit comfortably on the floor. Bring your feet together in front of you. And that's a bit of a butterfly pose. So butterfly, flap the wings like the butterfly for 20 counts. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, warms up the hips a bit. Okay, now let's try to hold this butterfly a little bit. So I want you to apply pressure with your elbows, pushing as much as you can into your calves, into your thighs perhaps. Bring your knees slightly closer to the floor. Don't force too much, but see if you can find a bit more opening into your hips here. Keeping your spine erect and synchronizing your efforts with your breathing. And we release in 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring your legs forward and shake that up a little bit. Okay. So I'm facing forward. Front of my mat is now over there. Boat pose, Navasana, which is another way of saying we're going to work on our abs a little bit. Sit straight, sit comfortably. Bring your legs up, lock your core. If you want, you can keep your hands on the floor behind you. If you feel confident, you can raise your hands up and lock your core here and stay here with your legs higher and higher and higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Shake your legs, relax. One more time. Hands back. Lift your legs up. And if you're confident, lift your hands up as well. Keep your core engaged and stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, legs higher, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Shake the legs, shake the legsies, and now let's bend forward a final time. So make sure that you're comfortable here. So for me on the beach, this means moving my butt from side to side, making sure I've got a bit of space for my butt to settle. Rest your legs in front of you. Raise your arms up. Inhale. Exhale forward. And try to drop yourself down to the floor. Now here, it's very important that our awareness, our focus doesn't take our head down to our knees, but rather our head forward to our toes, okay? By thinking in this way, your body, you will ensure that your body extends the spine rather than folds and falls like this, okay? Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, find length. Hold on to your shins. If you can, hold on to your toes, to your feet. If you have a strap, you can also use it here. And we're going to spend a bit of time here. Yours truly will now stop talking and let you do the breathing and awareness work. Find depth. Tell your body, tell your hamstrings and your lower back that you're safe to go a bit deeper. And we slowly release in 3, 2, 1. Release your hold and slowly bring your body back down to the floor. Control the fall. Open up the space between your feet. Relax your hands, palms facing to the ceiling by your side. And close your eyes here. This is a great moment to feel how your body reacts to these stretches. Bring your awareness to your lower back, to your hamstrings, to your hips, and relax. Slowly come back to your body. Bring a bit of movement into your toes, into your fingers. You can rock your head from side to side gently. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. Drop your knees towards your right hand side. Push yourself back up with your left hand. And bring yourself into a seated position. Comfortable, keeping your eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Feel grateful for this practice. Give yourself a pat on the back for having gone through it all. And slowly blink, open your eyes. Welcome back. Good job, guys, on week 2 on practicing these forward folds. I hope that you felt you had the space and the awareness to apply the principles that we studied together. Next week, we'll look at back bending, asanas and positions that can be a little bit challenging and also a little bit dangerous. So principles there are also very important. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.